some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. Holiday out there with Avdia. And it's Grant in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Traore. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Avdia dishes to Holiday. Stan, when you have these back-to-back games, it must force you to alter your approach a little.
Well, Kevin, you got to manage minutes more carefully to not burn guys out. But really, if you can get the first one, it takes a little pressure off the back end.
Pocket 2, Grant. That's good.
Well, a little aggressiveness pays off for Grant inside. And as a coach, you love to see that effort.
Claxton, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Porter. Here's Clowney. Claxton, the pass to Porter. Misses the 3. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Drew Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now, Avdia, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Pass to Klingon. There's the 3. Avdia can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Clowney. He lobs it up.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Over to the wing from outside the arc. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Pass to Clowney. Now here's Porter. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the basket by Kamara.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Demon. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Clowney. Here's Traore. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Avdia, great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
It's the Nets now, following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Pass to Traore. Here's Clowney. They set the pick. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Clowney, good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Avdia finds Holiday. Now Klingon. Claxton covering. Klingon with the bounce pass. Out to the wing. Here's Kamara. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the paint. Pass to Clowney. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Here's Kamara. Avdia kicks to Holiday. Back to Avdia. Pass to Holiday. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Claxton a screen on Avdia. Corner outside. His fourth shot, his fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Over in the corner, Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Holiday. Averaging about 16 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Avdia can't hit.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Clowney. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And at the line, 1 foul. Devin.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times have passed, their seats have grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
Inside, Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Klingon. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Now, here's Grant. They trail by 3. Holiday with the 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Look, Holiday makes more than enough of those to keep the defense honest.
Pass to Demon. Here's Clowney. Outside, Porter lets it go with the 3. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Demon. 5 points in the game. Back to Porter. Pass to Traore. Shoots over Klingon. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Kamara. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Sinks the three-pointer. Grant's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Well, he didn't come into the league with great range, but Grant worked hard, and now he is really good from out there.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting just about an even 40% to start. Outside, Avdia. Grant outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Nets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Screen by Claxton. Here's Demon. Hits the three-point bomb. Demon's got 8.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Grant outside. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by Grant.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here is Holiday. And in the game with Charlotte, he did not play well. Down low, here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
You can't teach size, right? Klingon is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him adding another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
Here's Demon. 8 points for him. The 3. No good. Portland trailing here. Grant in the post, guarded by Porter. Grant dishes to Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Nolan Traore.
The thing everyone expects from Holiday is elite defense, but you see his IQ on display all over the floor. He's constantly making smart decisions on or off the ball.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, Holiday's one of those guys they can ask a lot of, whether it's guarding the opponent's best player or orchestrating for his teammates.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Nets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Claxton finds Williams. Hands it from downtown.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Holiday's got 11.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Claxton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Claxton's got his second bucket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside, Avdia. Outside Holiday. Klingon the screen for Holiday. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 13 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Demon, guarded by Holiday. And Claxton throws it down.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Claxton's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Sissoko. Back to Holiday. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Williams against Avdia. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Once checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Mann comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Powell in for Demon. Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Avdia. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Williams. Back to Holiday. And the 3 off target. Outside Williams. Here's Wolf. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by a point. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And take a look at the Trailblazers' performance. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Murray, and it's Henderson in at the two-guard spot. Gang pass to Henderson. Here's Sissoko. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Love drills the three-pointer. Love's got his first 3 points of the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
The Trailblazers with the lead. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Murray outside. Pass to Henderson. Love with the screen for Henderson. Off target from three-point range. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. No question, Scoot Henderson has excelled from a very early age.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think it was tough on Scoot Henderson when he first came in the league. The expectations were so high, and we didn't absolutely dominate early. People got down on him, but this is a really talented guy. If we just give him a little time, he's going to be one of the best guards in this league.
Drills it from outside.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Sharp. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Mann, the kick out to Williams. No good with the triple. And Love's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So for the Nets, Ronnie's checked in, and it's Michael Porter in for Terrence Mann. Outside Williams. Here's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Clowney pulls it in. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Porter. Here's Traoré. Here's Clowney. He's covered by Grant. And here's Porter. Buries it down low. Porter's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, getting a bump on Porter, it's a common strategy defensively, but he knows that, and he's ready for it.
Now here's Murray. Still scoreless. Grant sets a screen for Murray. Pass to Avdia. Spins. Scores off the spin. Avdia's got his first 2 points.
Well, you see how poised Avdia is. Just a terrific job getting inside and cashing in.
Porter passes to Wolf. Now here's Williams. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Porter outside. The shot misses. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Kamara down low. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Left side, Grant. Porter pulls it in. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Torrey. Back to Porter. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Wolf, no good. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Grant. Count it, good. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
I like wings who can score inside. Grant showing that skill.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Murray. Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Pistons. Pass to Clowney. And the Nets miss again. Trailblazers leading by 4. Outside, Avdia. Now Klingon. Shoots over Torrey. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That sends Donovan Klingon to the free throw line. That's on Nolan Torrey. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Blazers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I like the fact also that they're the ones that have forced the action. They've created a lot of offense by just attacking the rim.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Kevin, back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Now here's Love. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. A nice shot by Klingon.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
To the inside. Here's Claxton. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now here's Love. Grant kicks to Love. Klingon the screen for Grant. Pass to Klingon. Over Claxton. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
For Portland, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Demon, he's checked in for Williams. And a switch here also for Portland. Holiday's checked in. Free throw good, Klingon. And as his career has progressed, Dan, Jeremy Grant becoming a more offensively focused player.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. I think that Jeremy Grant's one of those guys that got his early playing time in the league with defense, energy, and effort. And as he got more playing time, that allowed him to develop his offensive skills. And now he is a very good scorer on top of what he gives you on the defensive end. Yeah, well, that's a veteran move by Holiday. Take what they give you.
Here's Traoré. Outside Porter from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Grant slams it home.
Well, if you're a fan of Jeremy Grant, that's what you love to see. Phenomenal throwdown.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Nets trail by 9. Pass to Clowney. Inside. Here's Demon. Defended by Avdia. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So we'll see Igor Demon go to the line here. Denny Avdia picks one up.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Demon. At the line, one shot.
One shot.
Free throw good, Demon. And so Holiday will bring it up with the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. Kicks it out to Grant. Offensive rebound. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 19 points.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Pass to Demon. Fires the three, and he's good on the three ball. Demon's got 14.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Holiday, no one around him, and he can't answer back the three-pointer offline.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And the shot goes in. And now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Time to make some noise for you.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Porter. He's really producing here second half of the season. He's putting up about 21 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Outside, Avdia. Flinging the screen for Avdia. Goes back up. Here's Klingon. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Pass to Claxton. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Traoré. Sinks that one from the post. Traoré's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
On the wing, Holiday. Drops in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Outside, Porter jacks up a 3, bangs home the trifecta. Porter's got 11.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Avdia finds Holiday. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And that one misses. Nets trail by 5. It's to Demon. It's Porter outside. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Outside Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Well, look, they've done a great job getting the ball to Holiday. He's had the hot hand tonight. I keep looking for him.
Here's Demon. 14 points for him. Pass to Porter. Here's Clowney. Lets it go with the 3. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kamara finds Avdia. Holiday looking for an opening. Kicks it out to Grant. With 1 on the clock. And the rejection by Claxton. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
They have a long stretch away from the friendly confines. We'll see what they're made of.
I will say, though, beating a team in their own house, sending those fans home upset, oh, I miss that feeling.
Man, me too.
And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
You love to see this kind of chemistry. It's like our chemistry on the set. Everyone knows his rank.
You know what, Ernie, for once, I can't disagree with Shaq. It feels good to be the king.
I can't run away from this conversation fast enough. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Nets trail by 4. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Traoré. And it's Claxton in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Outside Holiday. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Holiday's got 29 in the game.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. Trailing by 4. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Kamara. Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And finished off by Porter.
Well, you want your teams to run anytime they can. Porter Jr. doing a nice job in transition.
Pass to Kamara. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Holiday. Easy jumper from very short distance. Holiday's got 31.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Demon. Here's Clowney. 5 points in the game. Pass to Demon. Fires for 3. Count that one as his 7th bank in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Avdia. No good on the triple. Porter in the corner for the lead. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
And he comes up with the deuce. Traore's got 8 points.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
There's a screen by Kamara. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Holiday's fiery. Tough to keep up with.
Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. Nets trail by 3. Here's Demon. He's got 20. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Williams for the tie. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Klingon finds Holiday. Goes up on the wing. That's short off the rim. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Launches a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Klingon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Holiday. It's stolen. Here's Clowney. He has 5. Here's Demon. Porter a screen on Holiday. And here's Porter. Launches it. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here's a peek at the teams that have dominated defensively in the paint since the All-Star break. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Takes a step back. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Avdia. Pass to Grant. 5 on the clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the shot goes in. Grant's got 11.
Well, Grant has added range, but hasn't lost anything in close.
Stolen by Holiday. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Clowney. Here's Demon. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Grant gets a wide-open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Outside, Porter. It's the Demon. Lets the three fly. And the Nets miss again. Portland leading by 4. Kamara finds Holiday. From past the arc, hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 38 points.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Here's Demon. Clingan covering. Pass to Clowney. To halt the run, and Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Outside Holiday. Back to Clingan. Outside Avdia. Pocket 6. And another 3 for Portland.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Check in for Portland. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nets, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. Love against Powell. Pass to Williams. Right wing. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Clowney. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
No good from Grant.
Well, he didn't go up very strong there, and the defense was able to just push him off his shot.
The Nets working the ball around now. Paxton a screen on Howard. And it's Demon missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Holiday gets the bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Murray's checked in. Here's a look at some of the stats for Michael Porter Jr.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And here is Powell. Scoreless thus far. Williams' shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Grant the pass to Holiday. Murray surveying the D. Three-pointer on the way. Connects from three-point range. Powell with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Wolf. Here's Clowney. He's covered by Grant. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Clowney's got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Kamare. To the paint. Wants to get it to Grant and does. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Wolf. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Demon. And it's off from three-point range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Love wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Net shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Love from outside the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. 1:53 left in the 3rd. Murray outside. Love outside. Pass to Holiday. And a miss there on the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Clowney. He's covered by Grant. Now here's Williams. They set the pick. Here's the 3. Love grabs the board.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Grant up top. Pass to Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Igor Demon.
Well, this is the thing about Holiday. He keeps coming at you.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with that.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Checked in for Brooklyn. Michael Porter comes in for Demon. Let's go now to the 2K leaderboard for a look at some players that have gotten only better as the season's gone on. The top scoring small forwards since the All-Star break. 5th on the list, Michael Porter.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Yeah, and production from the small forward spot is critical. These players carry a huge load of their team's scoring output. It takes a lot of pressure off the other 4 guys out there.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Nets trail by 15. Pass to Powell. .51 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. There's Williams with the 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Portland again missing. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Holiday. And the basket is good. Holiday's got 43 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Drew Holiday has been on display for the Trailblazers. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Man, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Murray out there with Rob Williams. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Love in at the point. Williams' shot is off.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
That's a nice shot, helping to space the floor for his team.
Powell against Love. Williams with the block.
Yeah, Williams gets at least 1 swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams passes to Powell. Pass to Porter. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Avdia. To the wing on the left. Shot from 12. Count that one. Love's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's the kind of look you want every trip down the floor. They're happy with that possession.
Powell finds Williams. Powell sets a screen for Williams. No good that time. Avdia with a defensive effort. Trailblazers leading by 22. Love outside. Avdia, a screen on Williams. Outside, Avdia. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Now Powell. Porter with the screen for Powell. Back to Porter. Fires the 3. Rebound by Williams. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Avdia. Back to Love. Williams sends a screen for Love. And the 3 off target. The Nets have gone 0-6 in the fourth quarter. Disastrous start to the period. Powell outside. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Up against Powell, driving inside. Williams with a clean look, sinks the triple.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Trailblazers leading by 19 points. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Klingen's checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Murray kicks to Avdia. Pass to Klingen. And here's Love, guarded by Powell. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, Love can't hit. Nets trail by 19. It's Powell on the wing. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Mann's checked in. Here's Holiday. Pass to Grant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Mann with it. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
Mann passes to Porter. Over in the corner, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Over Grant. And it's Portland with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Pass to Holiday. He's looking for Klingen and finds him. Three-pointer. Powell pulls it in.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Grant with the ball. Now defended by Powell. Grant, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Claxton the pass to Porter. Now Mann. Screen by Claxton. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Kamare. Now here's Grant. He's guarded by Williams. Grant down low, working on Williams. No good from Grant.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Powell, no one around him. Off target from outside.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Over in the corner, Avdia. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
3.
Grant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, man. On the wing, Porter. Here's Claxton. Screen by Claxton. Man, tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Holiday. Pass to Avdia. There's the triple. Offensive rebound.
Come to me.
There's the pick. Holiday with the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now, man. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those.
Williams, that's good.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Here's Kamare. Pass to Grant. Over Williams. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Brooklyn making some changes. Connie's checked in, and Demon subbed in for Terrence Mann.
One shot.
Well, known as a defensive specialist coming into the league, now Grant is seen as an all-around scoring threat, too.
Here's Traoré. Oh, Claxton in position.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Now here is Holiday. Into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got 45 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. It's time now to present our player of the game, Drew Holiday.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational. And instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And the Nets with possession here. To the middle. Here's Clowney. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
Grant outside. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Pass to Traoré. And here's Porter from the arc. The rebound by Holiday.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here is Holiday. Clock at 4. And he makes that one. Holiday's got 49 points in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Drew Holiday.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 40 seconds left in the game. Here's Traoré. Pass to Porter. Nets passing it around. They set the screen. Down low. Here's Clowney. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Love outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. Here was Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce.